Hi, my friends, Coach Nikki, and I am here in Lake Tahoe, and I'm super, super excited. I know I probably say this every week, but seriously, I'm so excited to do these financial workshops together. So, this is a gift that was given to me and to all of our sisters. Steph and I, like, I don't know, 20 years ago or something. Um, we started doing like Rich Dad Poor Dad and Tony Robbins and all of these different just financial kind of gurus and started diving into the art of financial freedom and what that looks like. So lately, if you guys are new to these Friday talks, I'm the oldest of five girls. And so my mom, my sisters, my daughter, and then all five sisters, plus a couple friends, we have been doing these financial workshops and they've been really, really helpful to me. I feel like an understanding and being able to take big strides towards not just like financial freedom, but understanding where I am and where I want to go. So I really wanted to share that with you. So the last Friday of every month, we will be diving into financial freedom. All of us are in different spots, but I hope that you will be able to find something valuable that maybe will resonate with you and be helpful with you, or something that you can share to others to help us all feel that we were one, that you're born to be free, and that you are meant to be to thrive, and you're meant to have a life of abundance, and that we shouldn't be held back in financial restraints or health restraints, right? When I was going through this and when I was studying and creating this workshop, the first one is there's so much similarities to fitness and to your health in your body, to your health in your financial situation. And what I want us to do together is let go of that like heavy tension of I don't have enough money. I can't retire. I can only go on one vacation a year. Uh, Also, okay, there's that, like the financial piece. And then if you think about it in your health, is the tighter we try to and the tighter we hold on to, I can't eat sugar, I have to, whatever, eat 1,000 calories. The harder we hold on to things, the more struggle that we have, and the farther we get away from our goals. So today, I really wanted to talk about just letting go, about really being able to let go of these like thoughts that we can never be financially free, that we can never be in our optimal health or optimal body, and really open up to all that life has in store for us. And it is important for us to ask some questions first on why is this important to you? What are some of the things that so I want to ask you just really quick, like when it comes to money, why is it important for you to feel financially free or to get out of debt? Or like, what are some of the things and why is it important to you? For me, money is a universal energy. And the more money that I have, the more money that I can give. And the bigger businesses that we can build. And when we build businesses that are really good for our communities and good for our world, more people are able to be healthy and happy. So that the money to me isn't something to hold on to tight. Money to me is something that you get and then you invest back into the people that you love. There's nothing that makes me happier than being able to, when somebody, my family or you or somebody has financial issues or just health issues or needs help, that I can help you financially. I can be there for you. I can take time off work, and sit by you if you need me. This is why, for me, financial freedom is so incredibly important. So just take a second, take a breath. If you do have a pen and a piece of paper, just write down a few things. Why is it important for you to make money, to be able to invest money, to be able to retire, and to be able to be financially free? Because I think that the most important thing in our world is to have our health, because if we don't have our health, we don't have anything. But financial freedom is right along with that. And if we're going to be able to give our light to the world, that we're going to need to be able to have that security, that foundation underneath us, so then we can take time off work when people need us. We can invest in good people and companies and ideas. We can create businesses that are good for our communities, and we can just build stronger and better lives. So that's my why. I know that and I'm talking a lot, so I'd love it if you would take a second just after this. I am going to kind of give you homework. If you want to continue this conversation, um, we're going to do a private Facebook page. So Deb put the link in, if you are here in the Zoom recording, or if you are in Facebook, Deb put the link. You can just answer a few questions, and we're going to carry on the conversation, because we're only meeting for Financial Fridays on the last Friday of every month, but we're going to have homework all through the week, all through the month, and it's not going to be my main thing. I want this Facebook group to be you. I want it to be us sharing our favorite books, our ups and downs, and in a private place, so we can be real honest and help each other in a way that where we really can't necessarily just once a month sitting here listening to a 20-minute little talk. Okay, so please join that Facebook group. And in there, you'll just introduce yourself and then just say, okay, what is it and why do you want financial freedom? So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. And if you have your pen and piece of paper, of course, if you're driving, maybe just say them out loud or listen to this on replay. So I want to just kind of get to know why these conversations are important to you. So do you want to get out of debt? You can just give me like a thumbs up, or like a heart if you're good. Do you want to start saving or continue to save? Maybe understand how to get the most out of your savings, like what's your return on your investment? Are you saving for long term for retirement, or are you saving? Do you want to save for a house or a vacation or a new car or something like that? So, um, is your number one thing getting out of debt, increasing your savings, living an abundant life? For me, that's my number one reason why I show up for these financial work, because it's not my normal thing. It's not where like my to help the people around me. Yes, Pat, totally. That is so you 100% is when we have that financial freedom, is to be able to help people around us. But for me, is to live an abundant life, is to be able to live the life that I know that I was put on this earth to do. And that is to be able to be in service to people, to be able to help my family when they need it, or help you when you need it. Is it just to get organized? Maybe you want to dive into your finances in a deeper level, to have a better sense of what you have, what you don't have, and how to get all of those things organized. I know I need that. Understanding investing. So we are going to dive into that, is understanding how to invest, what to invest in, and how to make your money work for you. I am going to have different speakers come on, because honestly, I am just a parrot, and I read books, I study myself, I listen to the people around me who are doing great things, and I take that, put it into my life, see what works, and then I try to tell you. So it's not necessarily anything that you should or shouldn't do. My suggestion is dive into it yourself and really think about, like, what's your why, what do you need, and then take some of the tools that we're going to share together and dive into them on a deeper level to see where that can take you. Okay, so maybe starting a business. So those are just some of the questions. There's tons and tons of different reasons why we want to be financially free and why we want to live an abundant and empowered life. But knowing your number one reason why, and then from there, we'll just start week over week is educating ourselves, unifying our mission, and creating real steps to get each other there. So the first thing I want you to type in, of course, if you're driving, don't, but maybe mom, you can type it in for Case, because I see that you guys are driving, Nance, Pep, Candy, Joy, all of my friends on Facebook. If you can type in, what is your financial superpower? Now, probably when I say that, you're like, I don't know, because that's a question, right? Like, what is your financial superpower? For me, my financial superpower is I'm really good um, at opening up opportunities for 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 new financial finding bargains. I love that. I love that, Candy. Thank you. I'm really good at like side hustle. I'm super good at like my superpower is I was a very young mom with not a lot of money. And I would know, like, oh, okay, Coral wants to do gymnastics. Then I would all of a sudden be asked to do all these babysitting jobs. Or like, I've always been really creative in ways to make money. Like when I was in school, I used to sell frogs in the backyard, or I would bring like little lollipops. I've always been good at starting businesses and being creative. So that's my superpower. So you guys type in your superpower, saving and minimalist. I love that, Pep. And we're going to talk about that. And I actually hoping that I can have each of my sisters come on as guest speakers within the next Fridays to talk about different things that we've been doing to increase our financial freedom and that abundance. So thank you guys so much for typing in. Okay, so superpowers, write it on a Post-it because we're going to keep that close to us. We have so much to go over, and I think I've got just about like 5 more minutes with you guys. But again, join Facebook if you want to continue this conversation. So why do we want to, as women, really get good at money, really get good at being empowered financially? One, we're really good at it. And, I know sometimes me saying that, you're like, oh, I'm not really that good at it. But that's not true. As women, we are really good at creating abundance in our lives. We are really good at, once we have the tools and we have the knowledge and we have a gritty group of women or people around us, we're really good at creating financial, whatever, financial freedom, um, making sure that we're able to give to our families and create the life that we want. So I know for sure um, you're good at this and you're going to be great at it, and we're all going to get better at it. But really understanding that this is an important part of our lives, and the more that we can open up and let go of the negative talks that we tell ourselves, that the more that that financial freedom flows to us, and then we're able to keep that circle going of giving to others as well. Okay, so today we are going to talk about what we just did, what's important to you. What does that look like? So I really want your homework to be creating those goals and what that financial freedom actually looks and feels like to you. Writing down what your superpower is, and then writing down affirmations that you put on Post-its. I have Post-its everywhere, so like my whole life is like full of Post-its. But putting your affirmations, your positive outlook on financial freedom on Post-it so you can see it every day. We're going to talk about where you are now, so kind of your homework of like, what what's going on with you. We're going to join the Facebook group, and then we're going to just go over the quick checklist for the week. So if you are able to write down, this is just something that really led me when I was thinking about kicking off these calls. And it's a series of thoughts that can expand in different ways in each of us. So the first thing I want you to write down is want you to write down just let go. So when we think about like getting our mind right financially, a lot of times we've made bad money mistakes. We can be sitting in those mistakes right now. We can be fearful of the mistakes that we'll make in the future and the uncertainty. But what I know for sure, whether it's financial, whether it's um, whether it is like your weight or your health, is letting go of the limiting thoughts and letting go of our mistakes. And even if it's a mistake that we made yesterday, because we're going to make them in the future, we are not perfect. And this life, you're not meant to be perfect. So just write, let go. Maybe that will be on your post-it, kind of just depending on where you are. Next is get clarity. So sometimes it's very scary to dive in to where you currently sit. And sometimes it feels better just to turn away and to do what you're comfortable with. But getting clarity is the most important thing and takes bravery. So if you write, just get clarity, we'll talk about what that could look like. But just being able to open up and say, okay, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. And I'm just going to create a simple roadmap that we'll do together to get ourselves from here to there. So, number one is let go. Two is get clarity. Get clarity. What does that mean to you? For me, that means understanding all the things of like where I am. Move forward with action. So, we can sit here and we can listen and we can talk, or we can schedule time these and you know what we call them through our business is financial Fridays. We can block time and really create action. You can create daily action. You can take $1 out of your wallet and save it. You can, whatever it is, just create action, because action relies on more action, relies on more action. And then all of a sudden, drip by drip, you are exactly where you want to be. So just all I want you to write is move forward with action. Um, there's power in positive unity. So you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. And that's why I love our group so much. I love our Kaya group. I love that you guys jump on, whether you work out with us at Kaya or whether you are just coming in, on these Friday calls, or your family or sisters or, whoever. But there is power in unity. And the more that we can pull together the people that we want to be most like, the more that we're going to thrive. So when you're thinking about, if you just write, there's power and positive unity, just put that out into the universe, and then just connect to people who you want to be around and who you want to be like. And, we're going to be talking about financial freedom. So look around and see who is kind of living or striving to live that abundant life. Next is continue under all circumstances. So some days it's all we can do is get up and brush our teeth, and that's awesome. Just get up and brush your teeth. But we are going to continue under all circumstances. Sometimes we will lose our job. Sometimes we will lose our security in our family. Sometimes we will lose security in, like with the pandemic. But we will continue under all circumstances, because life is meant to go up and down. And one thing I know for sure is it's hard and it's great and it's wonderful, right? It's all of it. So no matter what, just write down, continue under all circumstances. And this can be for financial, this can be for health, this can be just for life in general. And then don't be derailed by negativity. Or confusion. So when you write down, don't be derailed by negativity or confusion. Because when you start something new, like saving money, paying off debt, start doing reading books on finances, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people that say you shouldn't be, going out to coffee. You should be, blah 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 blah. Don't get derailed by negativity, and don't get overwhelmed by too much information. There's a lot of information out there. So just like your health and dieting, there's simple ways back to basics, and there's complicated ways. And if you try to do it the complicated way, you probably won't do it. So for finance, we're gonna get back to the basics, okay? Back to the basics. And same with your health. If you're trying to do like no sugar, no fat, eat 800 calories, eat these bars, like all you're going to do is fall in love with your veggies, fall in love with your movement, get around people who really like to be healthy, and that's where you'll be. Financial is the same thing. Save your money in a place that's actually making you more money. Cut expenses that you don't care about. Spend on things that you love, and be around people that are doing what you want to do. Okay. So then next is make small moves forward and don't get overwhelmed. Okay. So today's homework, or this month's homework, is going to be one, get your mind right. So write on a post-it what you want for financial freedom. And then if you are doing the Facebook group, post it there. So when you're thinking about lack versus abundance, open up and think about all the amazing things that you can do when you are financially free. Now, this week, we're going to get organized. So we're going to figure out where we are. If you are on the, so if you are on the app and you're on Zoom, we'll send you the show notes. If you are part of the Facebook group, we'll just put the show notes, and we'll pin the show notes up top, and there's going to be a checklist. And then you can just go through it throughout the month and say, oh, I've already got that done. These are the things I need to do. So we're going to look at our bank accounts. We're going to see what bank accounts we have. We're going to make sure that we have bill pay all set up so we automate as many things as possible. We're going to look at, do you have like an emergency savings account, and then a savings account that has like, don't open up anything yet, because we're going to talk about that. If you want to, what book we've been reading is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. I'm listening to the Audible, but that helps with different savings and checking accounts and investment accounts. But we're going to go through that together. So right now, I just want to know what accounts that you have and what you have in them. So you're just going to take you're going to look at each account and then create a little spreadsheet, and then have like something like this, and hopefully it's in like a lockbox, so if there is fires, that this is safe. But we're going to know what savings accounts you have, what checking accounts you have, what retirement investment accounts you already have, what you're investing in, what your return on investment. I know this is a lot, but you have a whole month to do it, so don't get overwhelmed. What non-retirement accounts that you have, like savings accounts and investment accounts. What business accounts you have. So if you do want to start a business, or if you're starting a business, get those organized. We're going to work on your financial records. So also getting in one place, and this is what I need to do, your social security card, your passport, your birth certificate, your insurance policies. I know this is like la la la. This is important, you guys. Warranties, investment details, loan documents, wills. I need to make a will, tax returns, all of that into one area, like your auto loans, home health, insurance, all of the like your insurance stuff. Because once we have that all together and we have it organized in one spot, then we can see, okay, what do we need? What don't we need? And what do we want to do moving forward as far as setting goals? Okay, so when looking at kind of just getting those organized, just get them all in one place, get a spreadsheet, and work on that this month. And then if you want to, there's a couple different apps for just starting to track your expenses. So I love in I'll Teach You to Be Rich, he talks about like living your best life and not having to like never have like a cup of coffee, but spending on the things that you love and saving on the things that you don't really care about. So, like, and write this down really quick. I'll tell you just some of mine, and maybe you can, it'll come to your, oh, yay, thanks, Deb, me too. So it'll come to mind like what you love and what you don't really care about that you can really, really save on. So I love spending money, I know, shocking, on like vitamins and supplements and really good food. I don't care at all about going out to eat or like going to get coffees or things like that. So I save a ton of money because I don't go out to eat that much. But I really want, if I want to shop at Whole Foods or if I want to, buy supplements that I feel are going to help me with longevity and feeling great, I buy them. And that might be flipped for you. You might love to go out to eat and you might love to go get coffees because there's no judgment. It's just kind of find places that you want to spend and then where you can really save. Like for me, my car doesn't really matter because I've got my little Prius that you guys have seen forever. It's got like 180,000 miles on it and I love it. It's great. It's perfect. But I really like to spend money on like vacations and camping and experiences. So I don't have like a car payment, but I do love to go traveling. So when you're looking at this month, what your expenses are, so there's a couple good apps. Mint, if you guys will type in any kind of tracking expenses that you like. I know, Nance, you might be great at this because this is kind of what you do. We should have you speak on one of these Fridays too. But yeah, so yeah, the YNAB, I looked into that. Ashley, do you have to pay for that? So the YNAB, I was wondering if there's like a monthly subscription for that because I did look into that and that's a great one and a lot of people suggest it. I use Mint. Yeah, you do have to pay for it monthly. Okay, but it does save you a lot of money in the long run. So just looking into it and just knowing what and how much things cost per month, and then make it something super simple that you can track your expenses. Not that we're going to slash all our expenses, but if you have like a Spotify account that you don't use, or you are, have these like 9.95 things, we're going to cut those. It's 30 days for free. Thank you, Ash, for all that. Nice. Thanks, Nance. Okay. Got it. Okay, so this week we are going to find an app or just track your expenses on a good old-fashioned notebook. We're going to highlight the things that bring us a lot of happiness, and we're going to cross off the things that don't bring us happiness so we can save money in, the things like, whatever it is. If you just have all, these subscriptions that you're not using, we're going to cut those. We're going to just look at our accounts and also your savings accounts and checking accounts. I really want to know if you have, if they're charging you monthly for these checking and savings accounts, because they're using your money to invest, and it really should be like a free checking account and free savings accounts, and making sure that your return on investment is worthy. So just look at that as well. Okay, so you guys, I hope this was helpful. I want you to, I know this is a lot, so let's all take a little breath and know the biggest thing is just set your goals. What is your why? What do you want and why do you want to be financially free? Write it on a post-it, put can see for your day. Then you're going to just let go of, like, if you're always have been told that you don't have money or you're not good with money, we're going to let go of that. We're going to get clarity we're going to dive into everything that we have slowly but surely. Maybe it's going to take us over a month. Who cares? It could take us 6 months. It doesn't matter. Just get everything into one place so we can look at it. What are we paying for these accounts? What are we making on these accounts? How much money do we have in them? How much debt do we have? What interest payments are we paying on our credit cards? That's a big one. I don't know if I said that, but get all your credit cards together and see what kind of debt, your student loans, what interest you're paying on them. We're just to change things unless you just are at that stage, but all together so then we can really look at what is the biggest bang for our buck. So I hope this was helpful. I love each and every one of you. I'm excited to be on this financial journey with you. And I will see you on the Facebook page. Tag me in your goals to be free. We're going to do this together. I've got you. You're not alone. We all have work to do, and it's pretty exciting stuff. So